Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video. This time around, another episode of the new show, and we're on week 32. So, again, getting up there in those numbers. I think I say that every time now. But we recently had the big issue with the downtime and whatnot, and I made a video that came out on Saturday. So go check that out. Address everything there is to talk about in there, and I might like hit on a few things during the questions and whatnot, but the first thing basically that is all about the live stream was, of course, the recent issue, and I'm not gonna go through this one because I put it. I'm also, well, you can see it here, but you can also go check that other video out. I went basically over it, and basically we're just pass it now. Also, I go over the compensation, what there is. Console players also get actually something out of it, which is absolutely amazing, and PC players get a ton of stuff. And again, the compensation will be given out today. Well, that's that was Friday, right? But obviously take a while and apply to log in the game from the 7th of August until the server came down. So if you logged in between the improvement patch hit and of course when the servers went down on Thursdays, then yeah, you would have gotten the compensation. So if you logged into just like basically Tuesday or like Wednesday, you would give this. And again, it's gonna auto collect, so it's gonna be in your inventory. So even though if you've gone for some while, you'll still be there until you get into that again. Next thing is a little bit more cheerful than it is recently, but Luxian is missing his event is still live for a few more days. It's gonna be gone tomorrow as you're watching this Monday. It'll be gone, so make sure you check that out. I also made a guide with that, of course, so same old. But he will be back Tuesday for August 4th for a week. So he's gonna be there for a longer time because he's gonna have the soul for his dragon that you can ride, basically, and it's gonna cost by 100 souls. You can unlock the final form for you to own, and you'll be able only to buy 15 souls. So we talked a little bit about how much it was going to be, how many coins it's gonna cost, and you should prepare yourself for being a little bit more expensive than it would be, because buying these souls doesn't cost you any other resources than dragon coins. So if the souls only cost 4 dragon coins, again, as that's not really expensive or on par with the other ones. But I don't know what it's gonna cost. I say 10, 10 coins for per soul. That will be 150 coins. And he's gonna be there for a week, so you can farm in there, but you can also farm in ahead next time he's gonna be there, because these souls are gonna be there probably, like I said, forever, because, well, a new player coming in 6 months from now wants this dragon. How is that person going to get that dragon besides a golden dragon effigy, or what you can't at the moment, of course, but it might move into legendaries. The 15, you have to kind of predict that it's going to be there forever, so people can obtain this dragon. So and again, if there's any player who got banned, and instead of sending a ticket to CS, please email there and they will look into your case. So if you banned, go check that out. Next thing is the question answer section. Do banners have any effect in Bomber Royale? No, everybody has an equal playing field, but banners do give a visual thing, so you can see them, but it's only a visual thing, so it won't affect banner or Battle Royale at all, but you can see them and kind of flash them a little bit, I guess. How will you make sure this doesn't happen again? And of course, what they mean this is, of course, the bug. We've been talking about it, of course. It has been going on and has been setting up a list of tasks today in order to stop that. There's a lot of things to do. It's a high on the list. It's painful for all involved, players and staff. Yeah, it is. And again, as I addressed in the other video, I'm not going to address it here. Go check out what my opinion and like all this surrounding this issue. Did anyone get banned? Yes, early on. So hopefully more will get banned for what they've done, because they gotta pay. No, it's more that it's fair. You exploited something, should be get punished, right? Boat Wars, we've been talking about it, but no plans now. I think again they're talking very focused right on they had the issue. They were probably like before their plans probably were like, hey, we're gonna have a awesome stream and we're just gonna talk about what's coming, and then suddenly it's all about this issue, right? So yeah. Next question is, which specific bee monster dropped the bee fragments for the new bee dragon? Also, the bee dragon is not a legendary dragon, so you cannot get it in the effigy. So if you're wondering, oh man, I didn't get the bee dragon, well, it's because you cannot unlock it with that yet. But I probably think that is the bee dragon is gonna rotate into legendary in some point, like way in the future. But it probably is gonna do that. Yeah. All of them don't look exactly like bees. Bee fireflies. Oh, actually, firefly candy corns. Oh wow, so many, and also the flying. Okay, these drones are from the Neon City biome. So even those look. Anything that looks like a bee, feels like a bee. That's what Komar said is going to be dropping from it. So that's cool. Will there be any fix for the Shadow Tower elites that do not drop loot or star fragment? Technically, the elites drafted from the Everdark. Task just added to make it happen. No promise on a date yet, but it's officially a task. So yeah, okay. There is sometimes there's enemies that don't drop anything. So well, we don't know specifically that they don't drop starfire fragments because it's random. So it could just be that they just didn't drop it that time, right? But you know that they don't drop loot, so people assume that they don't drop the starfire fragment either. But now they're gonna look into all the enemies and see that they are if they all drop loot, and yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool if they do that, because then we can assume also that they probably drop the starfire fragment. Can you add bonus for rampages on Friday in addition to the Dragonfire stuff? We don't feel like completely cheated when 3 rampages pop in a row. With the U10 release, we will be making some changes to challenges, avoiding problem like they will be semi-random, but we'll be adding more control over exactly which content appear each day. We will have more detail as the release getting closer. That's amazing. So I think that's amazing, and my idea was that it would be I've talked about this on the news show before, but like the challenges, the coin collection race and biome specific one, the dragon ones should be on the top of the hour, and then rampage on the bottom of the hour, and then it would be random. You know, there will always be a challenge like one of those at the top, but it would be random at the half one being there. So it's kind of still random, but you know that if you're not doing rampages, if you're not interested in doing rampages, you can just not log in at the bottom of the hour, but if you're looking for dragon ones, you can just log in on the top of, and vice versa, right? So that was kind of my idea. Also, moving forward, introducing more sub-biomes. I know that they're not introducing more in U10, but they're doing some in the new year, because I kind of talked it up on the podcast with Komara and said, hey, this is a really nice idea. Could you just do it for all the biomes? Because I think it's a very simple idea that did a lot of things for like this Neon City biome at least, and we'll have to see some more faction stuff as well. When will the dragon be subscribing to email finally be released? We have discussed a couple of times now. There's no final date for them. We're working on it, but it really pain, but they will be fixed. So it's opt into emails and stuff like that. It's basically a dragon for signing up for the emails. I have also a video on it. I talk about it like almost every time, but I have a video how to do it. And it's just going to be, when you sign up, just at some point he's going to be in your inventory, and that's like, oh, he's here now. Okay, like that's going to like how it's going to happen, right? So at some point you're going to be in there. Regarding the boon box, can we have a method to form them now that we no longer have a method of receiving tokens? Unfortunately, no, the boon boxes are no longer available. They are very pretty generous, so we know why you missed them. So also now you also get, people were very concerned about the bound brilliance, but now you also get it more through the weekly challenges. There's no 4 weekly challenges with the Vanguardian in there as well. But the thing is that at, I think it's 2,500 power rank, if you just have that on a class, you will get free empowered gym boxes. But now if you have 5,000, which normally was 2 in power gem boxes and only 1 for 2,500, you will now get 5 bound brilliance. So if you have all the 4 classes that are minimum 5,000 for that weekly contest, you will actually get 20 bound brilliance just for that, just passively, just because if you're having a class at 5,000 power rank. So that's why I always say get your classes to at least 5,000 power rank, because then is where you kind of get to just getting this passively in power gem boxes and bound brilliance now. So they're really getting more generous around those things in before. Next thing is, when using a cannon spark on a gem, can we have a cycle through stats the same way you do cycle through an aura? We don't have plans for doing that, right? But we won't rule it out in the future. Okay, so that makes it a lot less random. And with them talking also about new stats on gems, maybe I think that's a good idea, because maybe if you implement more stats, it'll get more random, right? What you get. So rolling through them would be absolutely amazing because of having those more gems, basically. We'll also be removing some pain points from the gems. They won't be easy. But they will. They won't be easy, but they'll be easier. Okay, all right, I get it now. Okay. I saw the last stream notes, and I said that the HyperX would be decor value. I'm wondering we can get a date of when it will happen, what it will turn into. Oh, they will decor into 25 party animals. Wow, okay. And will be released in the U10 update. Wow, okay. So if you have a HyperX mount, make sure you keep it, because it's gonna be 75 party animals. Oh, that's pretty nice. I wish I had one of those lying around right now, or maybe 2. Well, next thing is, will you expand on the game batches, such as dungeon completed, open box, etc.? That's a good call. Consecutive day and number friendly is unlikely. We do have to keep in mind attracting new players as well. Yeah, okay. Again, I would, if we're talking game badges, we can also talk about the Shadow Tower badges. 300 runs for normal, hard, and ultra for Hydra, and the same for Dreadnought. I still wish that they would do it for all the bosses, just because that implements easy ways of gaining, or not gaining, but making content that's, I know people would be like, oh no, 300 runs, but it's implements some gameplay, and is actually kind of when you suddenly just by time get them, like you do hard run, and then suddenly you look at, oh my god, that suddenly I realized yesterday while doing Dreadnought hard that I'm actually on 200 runs, and I would be like, when I started out, I was like, I'm gonna get 100 runs, that's it, I'm not gonna do it anymore. But just by time and running a few dungeons here and there, or a few Shadow Towers here and there, you will get up there, and suddenly you'll be like, oh, I'm on 300 runs, right? So I think they should do it for all the bosses, just to make it like consistent in the things. And I've said in the past how I think they should implement that, but yeah, it's probably not ever gonna happen. Can you put the old PvP back in the hub? All right, already. The plan is not to do that in the near future. Right now, Bomb Morale is the focus, and I hope the Bomb Morale will always be the focus. We hope we don't get back to the old PvP. We don't want to split people up too much. You can still access it through the club world, and we will do recognition. That will be a bit difficult, but yeah. Also, I hope that they do this soon. We can talk about more we could talk about more about the XP of Bomb Morale actually going towards the old PvP system, so we can get the level 50 achievement as well. Are we going to have a new tier or gems or gear? The grinding will be easy in U10. There will be a new color of gem. We know that. A new tier of gear. Okay, so that is confirmed now. And we will get into more details of that in closer to the release of U10, of course. What do I do with the coins from Bomb Morale? You can spend them in the vendor. So a vendor has like new ARs, Golden Dragon effigy, and a piece of box and random stuff and such. So yeah, there's a guy in the hub that you can go talk to. When you zone in, he's on the left or right. Sorry, he's on the right as you turn over there, where the PvP is, and go check him out. There's also an old vendor if you didn't spend your things. Next is, will some dragons be unlocked with effigies only in the future? No plans of effigy only dragons. We're always working to give in-game method for the dragons, and I think that's amazing. I don't think there should be anything behind the effigy at all. Next is any plans of changing the Infinium mining contest to expand all ores? A cool idea. We will now have it tracked. So that would be cool if it could be all instead of just Infinium, and just make it random. Like it would be either like Sharpstone and then like rotation, then be like Sharpstone, the blue ore, or Infinium or something like that. You know, like that. And maybe also Cinnabar or something like that. Yeah. Next thing, will you add other class costume to the resistor workbench? No plans right now in the future, but there is no costume coming out with each expansion right now, but there is not on the resistor workbench at least. But they're saying there is a new costume coming for the Vanguardian, so it's not coming through the resistor workbench. Is the golden bee dragon egg in greater dragon caches? No. We don't introduce golden eggs for dragons in the extra life packs. So you can all not get the other one, the lightning and the dog. I don't think you can get those, but you can get them from effigies. So if you want to unlock them through that. Are you going to add more new equipment, not gems like arm suits, boots, pants? We don't have any plans on doing that. So hopefully they could be like boots and pants would kind of be awesome, but also gonna boost like people's powering for a lot. Why can't we buy credit power directly off Steam? The answer is fraudly, actually, pretty significantly Freud vector. Okay, so if that's something you issues around, I guess you understand that answer. That's not an answer I understand, but anyway. Dreamdew caves are pretty empty for companions to other organic caves. Is that a glitch or intended? That is intended. We will look into it, and it should be fine. But can you clarify organic layers through one type of flora in them? If there is something specific, you should please feel free to submit. Again, submit if there is anything like that. All right. Why is there not a mailbox or mail system in the game? Trove wasn't designed with one of those from the start and never bubbled up for most important things on to work on. It's a larger scale system, and it has never been cut for a huge list of ideas. So I don't think it needs a mail system at all, but it would be easier in some cases, but I think that it's fine as it is. If it is such a big thing, I would love them to work on something different. Will there be a new dragon wall boss coming with the with Geodude 10? No, but there will be more Gigantostormers. Okay, so no new world dragon, not like the Candy Dragon, Pirate Dragon, so on. Do you guys have any plans to add more items to Bomb Around store? Yes, we'll be adding more things with the U10 update. Okay, so new 10 update is coming a lot more stuff in there, basically. Will there be a plasma adventure from Bothilda in the future? Yes, a task was added to track. So there's no date for it yet. So yeah, more plasma adventure for the fish or the fishing NPC in the clubs. Will there be any new talismans? Talismans, of course, Corgis, Meowth, whatever, all those. Will there be any plans on that? No, there will be no new talisman at this time. Probably see that in like a lot future. Will there be any other uses for meta matter in the future? It can be used to craft crystallized gathering potions, so that is one of the useful things for them when you have too many. Have too many meta matter? Okay. But yeah, meta, that's no plans for that at least, but I don't think there's any plans for making that anytime soon. Is the PTS open? No. Are there any plans for Bomber Out to count towards those trophies on PS4? Yes, there's a chance that we're doing, and I hope that it's also coming to PC, because I would love to get level 50 on the PvP as well there, the old PvP. Will there be a new Primal Drake to go along with the new color of gems? Yes, there will be a new primordial drake, probably a green one. That's my suggestion or my prediction, but doesn't matter which one it really is. So again, I think I said this also on the last news show, that you should save your dragon, diamond dragon eggs and also your dragonite for that. Again, don't loot collect it, because it's only going to loot and collect into 250 dragonite. But if you really need the dragonite, you do it. But if you have an overflow as well as that, then do that. But there is coming a new primordial drake, so save up those golden, not golden, diamond dragon eggs. And before my voice completely fails me, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the new show. Again, everything is going to be linked in the description, so go check that out. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!